So if you're new in the channel, what we do is we read letters for people to people. What that means is if you have a letter to write to somebody, maybe it's an open letter, maybe it's just a very private letter that you can't just send it across directly, and if you want to let people to understand what they're going through around you, then you can, channel the letter to us. Then we're going to read it out loud in a video like this, and people are going to hear what other people have been going through, and possibly you don't know how far that can be very helpful for somebody to know that they are not alone in this world. There's this lady, she's been married to Michael for a very long time, and she decided to write Michael a letter because of the things she's been going through internally. And I think the purpose of doing that is actually for her to be able to heal from the inside, and as well get to relate to the people out there in the public, for them to understand that there's a certain person like her who's been going through a lot of things. So I'm just gonna go through a little bit faster about the letter, and just hope you sit back and listen and enjoy and get to just understand that a lot of people are going through a lot of things that you may not likely relate to, or possibly if you can relate to it, just get to knowing that you're not alone. You just have to do the necessary things you've got to do to see how you can make heads with your life. The letter reads: "Hi Michael, I trust you're doing well at the office today. I have decided to write you this letter today, and I hope these words are right enough to help drive my point. The extent is partly because I want you to really understand how I have been feeling in the past 6 months in this marriage, and most importantly, to find healing for my soul by letting go of all the burdens in my heart. Some of this may not be what you want to hear, but I will tell you anyways, because I've come to realize that life doesn't care about what we want. Because if it did, we would be having our third child by now, and after 5 years of marriage. If it did, I wouldn't be writing a letter to you to have you understand my feelings of loneliness and emptiness." This is sad. "Michael, I understand sometimes people run out of patience when their expectations seem lost in the tunnel." Of course, that's true. But I want you to know that true virtue of patience is in believing that the beacon will emerge in the end, even when the odds are stacked uphill. It's true. True virtue of patience is holding on the faith to the end. And I thought you were this man until 6 months ago. I guess I was wrong. One of the things that could be so painful to you in my marriage or in a relationship like this is you believing that somebody is this person, like maybe this person is so caring, or this person doesn't backbite, or this person is not a stingy person, or this person loves you so much that he or she would do anything for you, but only for situations to present itself, and you come to realize that this person isn't what you thought he or she is. It's hard to know that. So I thought you were this man until 6 months ago. I guess I was wrong. She was wrong. Honestly, I appreciate all the troubles. Back to the letter. Honestly, I appreciate all the troubles you had to go through to make it possible for us to conceive. Yeah. You see, I think Hannah is a good wife, I would say, because she's acknowledging the fact that Michael had actually tried to put in effort to making sure that things work out just fine for them. She went on to say that doctor says we are good, but what if I'm not the problem like you are making it seem? What if the issue is from you but goes undetected? Have you sit to think about it this way? When it was hard on us during the time of our courtship and the early days of our marriage, I remember I stood with you. I supported you with the little money I could sniff from my parents, who didn't even have much. You relied on me for good 7 years, Michael, until you were able to stand as a man. But now, none of those things matters to you. It's sad. Yeah, pretty sad. For those of us who, I know sometimes things change, like people feelings change over time. Then also, the very people who had been helpful in the past could eventually become not so helpful, or become someone we never expected them to become. And on that note, you're not going to deceive yourself in a relationship and saying just because somebody possibly had given you money in the past, you're going to stick with whatsoever that is on the table. So, but at the same time, I think there's a way you go around this to not make it as though you're ungrateful for the things who he or she had put into the relationship, but just a way of, okay, I would have stick with you, not necessarily because I don't appreciate what you gave to me, what you've given to me, or the effort in the relationship, but right about now, there are things I cannot contend with, and this is this and this is that. So I really believe that there's a way people can go about that without having to hurt people's feelings for the things they've actually invested in the relationship. So back to the letter. Michael, it's been roughly 7 months now since we last had sex. Nonetheless, cuddling and nonetheless cuddling and other romantic gestures. You know this deprivation comes with lots of temptations, and you know how I would want it more than normal. Besides, how am I ever going to get pregnant if we don't even try? This is not fair. This is a way of saying this guy has not been, in the night and all of that. And I mean, how you guys going to get pregnant? How is your wife going to get pregnant if you don't keep on trying? You don't have to lose hope. That's Michael. So back to the letter. I am vulnerable. Oh, this is her admitting her fears. She said, I am vulnerable and sometimes I don't even know what to think. I want you to know that this is not healthy for me. Last I confronted you about this, I was surprised when you said I should indulge in self-sex. This is not what our agreement was at the altar, and if this is how you cope, it's a shame. I don't know if it's a shame for some people, and self-sex, I don't know, we're not here to make judgment, but this is her expressing her feeling, how she feels about it. So Michael, if that's you, if that's what you do, Anna is telling you that she's not okay with that, and it wasn't the promise you guys made at the altar, and also it's a shameful thing for you to do. So please try to understand her feelings. Well, although I heard you were having an affair with the girl next door, but I will not let that bother me because I have no proof to speak of it. But if you are planning to get rid of me, please let me know on time so that I can find my way before it's too late. Your wife is growing old. If you're planning to divorce her because of these conditions, I don't know if it is right or wrong, but what I'm going to tell you is that Hannah is not feeling so well, that you're out there not coming back and not giving her what she wants, what she deserves as a woman. She's not feeling as a woman any longer. And if you were to be in her shoes, how would you expect somebody to treat you? Because that's where the golden rules apply. But that doesn't really mean you should forgo your feelings or forgo your needs, or what you have decided to do, your decisions and all of that, But just let Anna know, because that's what she's saying. If you want to do that, if you're ready to leave me, just let me know on time so that I can, So back to the letter. But for what it's worth, I want you to know that there is still hope. I'm not afraid. God will do his thing at the appointed time, and stop starving me with sex because I am human like you. I miss us. Have a nice day at work. I love you as always. Your wife, Hannah Michael. Michael, you've heard the letter. You've heard what Hannah, your wife, has said. It's so sad. The things she has to go through, and for her to send this letter across to us, for us to reach out to you, is a way of saying that she's looking for a solution, she's looking for peace, she's looking for a way of reconciliation, sort of. So if you're Michael out there and you know that you have a wife who you've not been spending time as much you should in the night, I would say, please do too well to get back with your wife. We would encourage you to not relent in trying. There's always hope, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. With time things are just going to get better. As she rightly said, God makes everything beautiful in his time. I don't know how far you guys have gone on this. I'm only reflecting on the letter. So please just try and get back with your wife and try to see how you can sort things out, and it's going to be really, really helpful. And then for those of you who are watching this, please, and if you are going through similar issues, if you're having this sort of challenges in your marriage, in your life, I want you to not lose the faith. Try as much as possible to consider the other person's feelings. The golden rule: do unto others what others will do unto you, so that we can have a peaceful society, I would say. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Edifone King, and you can call me Mr. Odd. And if you want to know what that means, hook me up in the comment section. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to define what ODD is. And if you like what I do, please don't forget to click on the like buttons. And if you don't like it, click on the like button twice. And please click on the subscribe. And please click on the subscribe. And please click on the subscribe button. Just to help my channel grow, and also the notification button so that you can be informed on when we drop the next video. Thanks so much for your time. Thanks so much for watching. We're out.